All right, guys, I'm gonna get started with or without people in here. Um, I'm gonna talk a little bit of football first. I haven't done a football video in a while. As we all know, Kentucky did drop the Gator Bowl to Clemson Tigers. Um, Shit happens, but I'm gonna try to let some people get in here first, and then we're gonna start talking football and basketball. Let's go. Live right now. So if anybody pops up in here, we'll go from there. Um, there's a link in the comments right now. You can join in on this talk with UK athletics. We're going to talk basketball. We're going to talk a little football. First up, I'm going to talk football. Kentucky did drop a pretty big ass turd down there in Jacksonville, um, and they led most of that game, and then they let Clemson come back and take AW. Uh, so with that being said, Kentucky ends the season at 7-6. Um, Devin Leary's gone, moved on. Ray Davis, he went on to the NFL draft. Uh, I'm going to get my notes pulled back up. Kenneth Horsey also gone to NFL. He was a tackle and a guard, played both positions at UK. Jeremy Flax, mainly a tackle, left UK for the NFL draft. Like I just said, Ray Davis. Andrew Phillips is another one, big corner. Last year, we kind of had big plans for Valentine to come back over here last year, and he'll be in the starting lineup this year. Uh, he left kind of late last year, went to NFL draft. Now he's starting for Green Bay Packers. Andrew Phillips here. Uh, you know, what can you say when after Denzel Washington left last year? I mean, Denzel Washington, Valentine left last year, and he's starting for NFL right now. Andrew Phillips, we give best of luck. Um, he was kind of like the corner that most teams picked on, anyways. Uh, he, I mean, Kentucky's. I think Kentucky just needs help defensively, and wish these guys best of luck. Let's go to the transfer portal now. The players that are leaving Kentucky in the portal. Uh, Deuce Hogan, he's out. I think he went to New Mexico State, as a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, he's left Kentucky. He transferred in from Iowa 2 seasons ago. I can't blame him. He wants to go get paid. Uh, yeah, Kaya Sharon, a Kentucky boy. He played 3 years in Kentucky. At Kentucky, 2 years under Liam Cohen, 1 year under Richie Scangarello. He, he ain't gonna play here. Uh, so I kind of see why they left. Uh, the next one's the Wade twins. Uh, this is Dustin and Keaton Wade. Keaton Wade played a lot of linebacker for us. Um, he got playing time. Destin Wade was another quarterback, so I guess Kentucky 3 quarterbacks, 4 in total if you count Devin Leary, who was a senior last year, who all left the program. So pretty much leaves us with 0 quarterbacks on the team. You may ask who's going to play quarterback next year for Kentucky. Some of y'all already know the answer to that because it's been pretty well headline news. Some of the players. I'm a little late on this. I'm doing my little rendition of welcome them to the BBN and welcome thank you for being here type stuff. Uh, so they both those the Wade twins did commit to Colorado. So Destin Wade ain't playing there. Deion's guy's son. He'll continue to play there. Look at Luke Causing, the mom with the whistle, the golden whistle over there, the clown show. Uh, anyways, also Tom McLean. He actually in the transfer portal and played in the Citrus. Fuck a Citrus Bowl. Excuse my language. Uh, also played in the Gator Bowl for us. You gotta give him. That's somebody who really cares about the program. Who he didn't have to play for us. So we wish him best. Once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat. That goes for everybody. You know, Luke Fulton. He was a linebacker. I don't even think he really even seen the field at all. He's moving on. Best wishes, buddy. He hopefully can get some playing time somewhere. Jamarius Dinkins. I think Fulton may have transferred to like Bowling Green or something. Jamarius Dinkins. Also, I love the program transferring out. I haven't heard exactly where he went. He played some downs for us. Um, so wish him the best of luck. Marquez Thrower, man, he's been kind of. That's just one person Mark Stoops kind of brings up and wants to know. You know, it's kind of was excited for his future. So I don't know the whole deal behind this. Uh, what to see? Um, let's see where it goes. And next would be Isaiah Cummings. This is a guy who played tight end for us. He came to Kentucky as wide receiver out of Mel High School in Louisville, Kentucky. He had he had some big years. First year under Liam, pretty big year. Second year, he was under Scanarello, really didn't see the field. This year he played off and on. Liam Cohen liked him. Uh, yeah, but he transferred to Louisville. Uh, so I mean, dude, I'm sorry, buddy, man. You're a Kentucky kid, man, but we got. Sorry, you're going to get the L's down next year, buddy. Um, I really liked Isaiah Cummings too. Uh, he came, like I said, he came as a wide receiver. Kentucky has a wide receiver. He transferred to tight end. Uh, so I mean, all I can do is wish him the best of luck. But just know you're catching an ass whooping next November at Thanksgiving weekend. We're going to beat that ass. Because Kentucky owns Louisville's ass. Anyways, next one down, Jalen Geiger. He's been injury prone. We're just gonna have to. I don't really know. He's one of our better DBs. So I don't know why he's transferring out. I mean, he's a military kid, so I don't know. Uh, Grant Bingham. I, if you want to know the backstory behind this, Nick Roush said this a couple months ago. Uh, he didn't really put the work in. He was highly talented. I think 4-star, 3 or 4 star. My old offensive lineman out of Kentucky. Never really put the work in. I can't. I don't know, man. Anyways, moving on to Kel Critis. I love this kid, man. Right there out of Frederick Douglass in Lexington, Kentucky. Uh, Everything was pointing to signs that he was going to be wide receiver number 3 this year, or 4. And he got DUI last offseason, and he may got the field a couple times. But we got some talented wide receivers, Barryon Brown, um, Dane Key. I'm going to mention some more in a little bit, but Shamar Porter came back. What's his name? Anthony Brown Stevens, I think it is. Uh, he's also another one. I mean, we're pretty deep, and we added like 3 wide receivers also in transfer portal. I'm going to get to patience. Hate to see him go, but it's all good, man. Go get your playing time, buddy. Uh, Elijah Reed. He came to Kentucky 2 years ago from PRP in Louisville, Kentucky. Kind of highly talented. Never seen the field. Uh, Once again, I haven't heard where he transferred, but I wouldn't be surprised if he goes right down there to Louisville. Hope not. Actually, I think the Kel did transfer to a smaller school, Hawaii. The Kel Cries went to Hawaii. That's who it was. Anyways, my bad. Elijah Reed, I haven't heard where he's going, but it's all good. So also Kentucky fired Scott Woodward as a wide receiver coach. We're bringing in this DeKel Shorts. He, everything I've heard about him, he was a 4-year, 1,000-yard receiver. Um, did a lot of good things at Houston. Um, I think it's Tank Bell. He coached, made him who he is for Houston, Texas right now. Um, some of these wide receivers that Kentucky got the transfer portal that I'm going to be bringing up here very shortly. Apparently, some of these guys really like this younger cat. He's 29 years old, and apparently he's a really good wide receiver coach. So, I mean, that's all I know about him. But that's who we got now. Other than that, there ain't been a whole lot of other coaching changes. But why I'm talking about this, BBN, we've already, survived the whole Liam Cohen to the Chicago Bears. We've even survived the whole Mark Stoops to A&M. And right now, from everything you're kind of hearing right now, is Liam Cole might be going to Cincinnati or Tennessee and reuniting with Will Levis. Uh, Apparently, the Cincinnati thing ain't too much to be worried about. Apparently, they're talking about hiring somebody within. Um, but Tennessee might have some steam behind it. Uh, Hopefully, we keep Liam Cohen. He wasn't supposed to be a one and done again this year, but we'll see where we go with this whole thing. Uh, so, like I said, we've got transfer portals. Uh, Biggest name in the transfer portal. It came out pretty early on to right after the season. Um, you know, Georgia has almost a Spencer Bennett, almost a Spencer Bennett. But why? They got their Brock, not fucking Brock Bowers tight end. My God. I'm just giving up. But they got the quarterback QB1. Uh, Brock Vandergriff was right there in it to uh, trying to take QB1. Apparently, he came up just short. They went in a different direction. Brock Bowers is transferring out. It came out as soon as he hit the transfer portal. It came out pretty quickly that Kentucky was a serious contender. He was a 5-star quarterback. Coming out of high school. Well, I mean, so far, yeah, 5-star, and right now they gave him as a 4-star. That's just because he came to Kentucky. I hate to say it, but it's because he came to Kentucky. Uh, I'm excited to see what he can do. We're talking Will Levis type stuff here. Uh, really good quarterback. Uh, you know, BBN, if you really want to see some game tape on him, just go back to that 51-13 beatdown Georgia put on Kentucky. Brock Vandergriff played in that game and was dropping dimes. So it's kind of where we got to go. Uh, and we're gonna go right to the next guy, a wide receiver from transferring in from Texas A&M. Raymond Cottrell. I think I'm pronouncing this right. I hope so. If not, I apologize right now. Uh, but he's a really good. He's supposed to be a really good wide receiver. He was a 4-star out of high school. He's a 4-star now. Um, and coming out of transfer. So I mean, he should be a pretty good addition to go with Barian Brown, Dane Key. Um, While I'm talking about wide receivers, let's go to Jamor Macklin out of North Texas. Uh, he was a 3-star out of high school. He's a 3-star now, coming out of transfer portal. He had a couple thousand-yard receiving down there in North Texas. We'll see where we go here. Uh, yeah, I don't know much about him, man. I mean, hopefully, it's 1,000 yards to up to Kentucky. Uh, Cottrell's supposed to be a speedway receiver. We'll see how this goes. They could be good and show a lot. But what are they going to do in Liam Cohen's offense and Mark Stoops pretty much holding back the offense? So passing game, anyways. We'll see where that goes. Uh, I'm just going back down here. We also getting Bo Allen back. Bo Allen played at Kentucky for 3 years. Um, he's out of Lexington Catholic, I think it was, right there in Lexington, Kentucky. Uh, he's a walk on this time though. He left Kentucky, went down to Tarleton, played, had a pretty good season. Then he went over to Georgia Southern. The NCAA made him sit out a year because he already transferred once. So that's where we're at there. Well, we need a quarterback, so he's going to be a good backup. Um, we also got Chip Trail out of a running back out of Ohio State. Um, we're losing Ray Davis. We lost Tom McLean. We're going to need some running backs. He was pretty good at Ohio State in limited playing time. Let's see what he can do at Kentucky. He was a 4-star out of high school. He's a 4-star now in the transfer portal. Uh, the next big pickup Kentucky got was that linebacker, and it came in Jamin Dumas Johnson out of Georgia. This guy has 2 rings. He played significant downs for Georgia, both championship years and this past year. Um, I don't know why he's transferring, but Kentucky will take him. We also got Jalen Farmer, an inside outside linebacker. So I guess he plays 2 positions. He was a 3-star out of high school. He's a 3-star in the transfer portal. Comes to Kentucky from Florida. Uh, Once again, playing in Florida, come to Kentucky. We need depth there, so hopefully he can do big things for us. Um, we also got Fred Ferrier, the second, plays wide receiver. He was a 3-star out of high school. He's a 3-star right now. He's 6'5", 180 pounds. I think he's also supposed to be. He comes from UAB. Um, I don't know much about him. All I can say is, man, we need wide receivers. Uh, and right now we're already up to 3 of them in transfer portal. Hopefully it works out with Barian Brown, Danke. Uh, I'm just gonna tell you right now, I'm pretty sure we got more wide receivers up there. We're up to 5 plus Shamar Porter and Anthony Brown Stevens. So I mean, we got 7 there. We're gonna need them. Rotating. Liam Cohen likes to play a lot of tight ends though, and our tight end room took a little hit in the transfer portal and graduation. But we still got Jordan Dingle. We still got Kamari Anderson, I think his name was. Pretty sure. Um, so we'll see. Um, Kind of a late transfer portal here was Christian Story out of Alabama after Nick Saban retiring. He's a safety. He was a 4-star out of high school, but he's a 3-star in the transfer portal. Uh, Apparently, this kid's really good. Um, you know, I think you can plug him in and play, and he'll make some big plays for Kentucky's defense next year. Um, Alabama lost and Kentucky gained. I'll take anybody from Georgia or Alabama right now. Those guys are sitting on top of the world recruiting. I wouldn't have mind seeing us grab a couple more from Alabama, especially with everybody, pretty much the whole team transferring out. Uh, Last but least, transferring into Kentucky. He just transferred in a couple weeks ago. Gerald Mincy from Tennessee. Tennessee, man, you just wish him best of luck. I know we're rivals, but I mean things happen, and he's up here. He's an offensive tackle. We need offensive linemen. Um, I mean, leave the kid alone. He thanked his time. He loved his time at Tennessee. He said it himself. He enjoyed being a Vol, and he continued to say he's a Vol. Um, just let him go, man, and just leave him alone. Let him come play Kentucky, and we got to meet y'all again next year. We usually play around Halloween. Uh, Anyways, that does it for the transferring in part. But who did Kentucky sign? Who did Kentucky football sign? Uh, we got a David Washington Jr. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He's a wide receiver. There's a wide receiver. Uh, I don't know a whole lot about him. He's a 3-star. I even skipped over one. Jacob Kawhi. He's a 3-star. He's from Billings, Montana. That's our punter. I thought he was gonna be. I thought I heard he was a 4-star though. But he's supposed to be really good. We went all the way out to Montana just to get him. So we need some punting. Uh, Nothing against Wilson Berry, but he was not very good this year. Um, so I like Wilson, but with the whole Australian thing, our new special teams coordinator doesn't like Australian punters. He and the whole regular punting is just not working out for Wilson Berry. So I mean, we wish maybe we can find something for Wilson Berry, and maybe we got some short punts. and we can just let him do the punting. Uh, we also got Caleb Reed, St. Louis, Missouri. He's a 3-star edge rusher. Uh, Once again, I don't know a whole lot about these guys, but I just hope maybe they develop into something like a Josh Allen. I trust Mark Stoops and Vince Martin when they go out and get these kids. This is me telling you who we got. Willie Rodriguez. He's from Alexandria, Kentucky. He's actually one of the big tight ends that we had to fight for. Uh, Late push by Tennessee. Tennessee got him on campus for an official visit. He's still signed by Kentucky. Uh, he's a 3-star, but apparently he's probably a little underrated here. Is what I've heard about him. Uh, well, only time will tell though. We also got Devin Smith from Brunswick, Georgia, a linebacker. I can see a lot of these guys right here. They're probably going to redshirt. Uh, they're going to redshirt a little bit, and we'll develop them. Well, and hopefully that they're down the road. They're big contributors for us. Uh, we got outside linebacker Mac Nove from Toledo, Ohio. I know Vince Marl's really big on this kid. Uh, Vince thinks he's a little underrated. But Vince Marl thinks everybody's underrated. It's a little secret between me and us here. But anyways, we also got a Tavone Mizzle. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Welcome to BBN. He's a running back, 6 foot, 210 pound, 3-star running back. Once again, I don't know a whole lot about these guys. I'm not recruiting. This is just me welcoming them to BBN. We also got a Kashwad Scott from Marion, South Carolina. I know we battled South Carolina for this kid. South Carolina thought they had him. I know the coaching staff's really high on this kid, only because I've heard about it a little, through the media. And guess what? Guess where the media comes in with a lot of this stuff? You get it from the coaching staff. I mean, right here, you go out and sign freshmen. You're just hoping they'll be big contributors for you in a couple years. I'm a Kentucky fan. Well, you're wearing that blue, and I'll love you to always. So hopefully, we'll see how he turns out. He's a safety, 3-star safety out of South Carolina. We also got Cam Dooley. He's a 6'4", 200-pound, 4-star safety. We need safeties. Our back end of our defense this year was not very. It's kind of our kryptonite. Once again, I don't know much about him. He's a 4-star. I'm assuming he's probably going to be able to come in and play, right away. But he's not on campus. These guys I just mentioned are not on campus yet. So they'll come in the summertime. So they might be a little behind. They might not play till game 4 or 5, depending on how they do in summer OTAs. Well, hey, they're Kentucky. We'll see how they develop. We'll see how they get. How they contribute to Kentucky. Next up, these guys are actually already on campus, already enrolled in Kentucky. First up is Jared Smith. He's part of the Smith twins. They were committed to Michigan. They lived in Michigan for a little while. From a military family, from what I understand. They grew up in, they lived in Kentucky for a while. They moved, I think like New Jersey or something. Then they moved to Michigan. Michigan got them. They were committed. Then they moved back to Kentucky. I know Kentucky's really big on these guys, both of them. Jared is a 6'3" and a half, 245-pound defensive lineman. His brother Jacob Smith is a 4-star edge rusher. 6'4" and a half, 230 pounds. So we beef them up a little bit. But both of these kids are supposed to be pretty able to play early. Expected to play early. We'll see what they do. Let's hope they develop. Let's hope they turn into something good. Not everybody does, but that's fine. Uh, you know, and then the next one's up is Brian Robinson. Once again, another big time player. Kentucky's really high on. He's 6'5", 255 pounds edge rusher. This kid right here is actually expected to come in and play right away. But that's all I know about him. I'll just hear a little bit here and there. I'm not big on keeping on recruiting and knowing everything. I'm reading right off 24/7 Sports right now. Uh, the next one is Terrain Nichols from Cincinnati, Ohio. He's a 6 foot, 180-pound corner. Mark Stoops loves these long corners. Uh, let's see. We need corners. Many guys can play. Next one up is Jason Patterson from Sneads, Florida. He's a 3-star, 5'11", 200-pound running back. I want to say we're actually expecting him. He could come in and play right away too. I'm not 100% though. Cutter Bowley, right from Lexington, Kentucky. He's a 3-star, 6'5", 203-pound quarterback. That puts 3 quarterbacks on the team. He's actually expected to be QB number 2 this year, kind of red shirt, and be the future of Kentucky at quarterback. We'll see how that goes. He put up some massive numbers early in the season. His team kind of got knocked out of the state kind of early, but we'll see where it goes. He supposed to he's got Tim Couch on his side. Tim Couch is already told him, reach out if he ever needs anything. I'm not mistaken, Tim Couch and him was already working out together. Tim Couch already worked with him a little bit. That's about all I know about him. Then we got Harley Gilmore from Pahokee, Florida. 6'1", 165 pounds, 3-star wide receiver. We're definitely going to be registering some more receivers this year. I don't know much about this kid, but hey, welcome to BBN. Antoine Smith. He's from Atlanta, Georgia. He's 6'3", 188-pound, 3-star edge rusher. I don't know much about him either. Welcome to BBN. Jaquavius Marshall from Macon, Georgia. He's a 6'3", 185-pound, 3-star athlete. I ain't really heard what they're going to play him at yet. Athletes come in. We got different positions for them. They come. But we'll see what we got him at. Next up is Abba Smith from Independence, Kentucky. 6'4", 293-pound offensive tackle. We kind of want him to come in, want him to develop back there, and be a part of the old big blue wall of the future. Hayes Johnson from Campbellsville, Kentucky. He's a 3-star, 6'5", 295-pound offensive tackle. Once again, you want to get him on campus. He's already on. These guys are already on campus. We're developing them. They're the future of the big blue wall. We got to quit going through the transfer portal. We got to get some of these kids in the program, develop them, get them starting, get them playing. We'll go from there. Love this kid. He calls in the KSR all the time. Big duck hunter. He's put ads out for, I think it was last year. Called into KSR asking anybody needed some Canadian geese taken care of for him. But that's about all I know. He's a pretty big commit for us. Kept him in state. And moving on, Stephen Souls from Powell, Tennessee. 6'1.5", 213-pound, 3-star edge. Once again, this is the last guy. And we need to just bring them in, develop them, and move on. Get them playing, being the future Wildcats. That's what we need. So we'll see how these guys turn out. That's all I got for football on this show. On this one. We're going to talk about basketball. Let's go to basketball. I don't talk a whole lot of basketball. I actually went to the Georgia-Kentucky game the other night. Uh, Big Z got freed. I missed last night's game because I had to do a little. I was getting loaded. Um, I'm back on the road. Um, but so I turned it on and we were down 13 with like actually it's 14. But I think I caught like the last 5 minutes of the game. Kentucky went on to lose 79 to 62. Um, Kentucky came in that game. I want to say they were averaging. I think they were averaging 93 points a game, 92, 93 points a game. Kentucky has looked really good in offense all year. I don't know a whole lot what went on last night, so I can't talk about last night's game. But I can tell you what they looked like against Georgia. That was the most exciting game I've ever been to. Big Z had the game of his life. Uh, I really like this team, but I always come back to the whole part. Coach Cal finds a way to screw this shit up. Coach Cal finds a way to just coach himself out of a good team. Uh, Coach Cal finds a way to coach him out of a championship, a Final Four. I don't count Elite Eights. We've been to like one Elite Eight since 2017. Uh, well, maybe one Final Four since 2015. Uh, 2015 being our last Final Four. Uh, I, we are Kentucky, and losing is not okay. I like this team. We got a team we could do something with it this year. Uh, I'm back to watching every game. I'm trying to be less Cal negative. I really, really like this team. I really do. Um, but this team don't play no defense. You can listen. Go to Apple wherever you find your podcast. Look up KSR postgame. So every game this year, people talk about how bad our defense is. Kentucky is what 14-4 now. Um, South Carolina 16-2, I think it was 16-3, something like that. I mean they're a decent team, uh, but I don't know they should have beat us, and they definitely shouldn't have beat us by 17. Um, I don't know if the defense is going to get any better for this team at all. I'm like I said, I'm trying to be less Cal negative, and I do like this team. I had a blast the other night. Um, I've watched a lot of Georgia basketball. Georgia's not a bad team, and we were at 28 points with 7 minutes left in that game. Georgia's a good team this year. Um, they had Tennessee on the ropes. They beat Arkansas. Arkansas is actually looking like not such a good team. Um, if I'm not mistaken, I think they beat A&M. Or yeah, I'm pretty sure Georgia beat A&M. A team Kentucky lost to. Um, but it just I don't know. I think the defense is just what we got this year. Um, we'll see. Uh, I like this team. We got a tough little stretch here. We got Arkansas Saturday. I think we got like Gonzaga in like a week or two. Um, we got Florida again. We got Tennessee. And I like his basketball team. Just you got to do better. Um, I'm giving. I just feel like our first two. I feel like I don't know where to go with this, guys. I really don't. I like DJ Wagner. I like what he does with point. You got to play Reed Travis. I mean, fucking Reed Travis. Reed Shepard, Rob Dillingham. Um, you got. I kind of. I I feel for Cal. I think you got to keep playing Justin Edwards. Trey Mitchell does good things for us. Antonio Reeves does good things for us. Um, Bradshaw's good. Big Z's good. I mean, if you got to knock on them, they both get pushed around. Aganda Uyenzo, who's been in the program 3 years now, he's still getting pushed around. I mean, just something's got to give over there. I mean, Uganda is looking better this year than years past. Um, and you got what's his name? Cameron. That's not his name. I never forget the other dude's name. I like him, but I don't know. I just don't know. Uh, I can't think of his damn name. Uh, but anyways, guys, I let's see where we can go here. Uh, I think Kentucky beats Arkansas Saturday. I think we bounce back. We get a win. Um, I but we got to do something about this defense. And for once, in what Cal's been since what 2010, I think Stoops came in 2012. Cal's 10, I think. Maybe Stoops came in 13. Um, but for once, Cal just got to draw up something for inbounds, especially defense. I don't care what we do. Uh, and we got to run. I don't. It's one of the things that this team succeeds at is transition offense. And I don't care if it's zone. Cal just likes to play just fucking man to man defense, and maybe we need to go zone for this team. I don't know, uh, but we gotta get better on that end because when you score 92 points, you're probably gonna beat anybody. But when you only score 62, you got to be able to stop the opposing team. Don't get me wrong, South Carolina, I think I heard 11 threes. Kentucky had 4. I mean, that's a big difference there. Uh, you're talking about 21 point swing just right there. Um, and just got to do something, man, because I was really high. I was ready to come on here and talk about how Kentucky's going to win that title, number 9, finally. Uh, Kentucky's actually going to do something. And then we do this. Uh, it's unexcusable. I mean, they look better against Texas A&M. They lost, but they kept it close, forced overtime. But last night just put a sour taste in my mouth, and I'm not saying just some things just got to change, man. Um, like I said, go Cats! I think they beat Arkansas Saturday. If you want to hear a prediction, I'll go ahead and say Kentucky wins at 92 to we'll say 82 or something. Arkansas is not as good as they have been, or even was projected to be this year. Um, but I'm going 92-82. Kentucky gets to win at Arkansas. Uh, I'm thinking about trying to go do a little more stuff on here, trying to get things loaded up. Um, we'll see how it goes. Um, we might end up doing a weekly live on here. I got some things figured out. Um, I wouldn't even mind for y'all to start joining in on with me here, and we can just we'll chat it up. Um, we'll see. For the future, I did this one. This is a little live. I did splurt. I just decided to go live. Um, we'll see how it goes. Uh, I'm trying to figure out a schedule. Maybe we'll go live on Saturday or something or Sunday, um, and we'll just talk it up, man. We'll talk a little more UK basketball here on this channel. Um, I'm going to try to hide my negativity for Cal. Uh, have a good day, guys. Go Cats. Peace.